Mama B's Kitchen. On the menu for today, I'm going to be making some chicken and dumplings. One of my favorites. So, let's get started. I'm going to take you over here to the stove because I've already started as far as my meat. I'm going to put you here. I'm going to drop you down into this pot. Alright, so in my pot, I'm not for sure how many cups of water, but you need to boil, you need enough water to be able to drop your dumplings, because they need to float in water because they're going to drop to the bottom and float to the top. So you need to make sure you have enough water here. In here, I already have my chicken in here that's boiling. It's still kind of dark. There we go. I have my chicken in here already boiling. In this pot, I have a fourth cup of bouillon. Like you can see this is one of my big stock pots. You can see how much water that's in here. I have a fourth cup of beef bouillon, 3 tablespoons of garlic powder, and 3 tablespoons of black pepper. And that's all that I have in here right now. Now to this pot, I'm going to add some bell pepper, celery, and onions. So I'm going to take you back over here to the counter so that you can see what I got going on here. Let me move some of my seasons out of the way and then bring you back some so that you can see what's going on. There you go. So in this bowl here, I have one whole onion, and then here, this is just a half of a bell pepper because this bell pepper is so big. So I'm just going to do a chop on these bell peppers, and then I'm going to do some celery also. I'm going to get this all chopped up, and I will be right back. I'll get this in my bowl of onions over here, and then I'll be right back. I need to get my apron on because I'm about to be dealing with a bunch of flour and baking powder and all of that. So give me a minute, chop this celery up, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so in my bowl I have my bell pepper, my celery. I have 1 stalk of celery, 1/2 bell pepper. I'm gonna say 3/4 because it was a big bell pepper. If your bell peppers are small, then most definitely add the whole bell pepper. But I know that you're not gonna be making as much as what I'm doing right now, because I'm going to take part of mine to work tomorrow. And then, like I've always told you, my husband takes some of it to work also. So I'm going to add this to my chicken. You can see my chicken's already boiling, so I'm going to just add a little bit of curry to that, and then a little bit of cumin also to that, and a little basil. Now these seasonings that I'm adding to this broth, I'm also going to add to my dumplings. It's going to be the same thing in my dumplings. Sorry, all this stuff is new. I'm just going to add a 1/2 teaspoon into the dumplings, and then we're going to get that all stirred up. That smells good. Those are going to be some delicious dumplings. So, I'm going to let that boil and do what it needs to do. I need to get a lid on there so it'll boil. There we go. Now I'm going to let that boil and cook. I'm going to turn that on medium, and I'm going to start my dough, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so let's get started on these dumplings. So to the dumplings, I need 3 cups of flour. 1, 2, and 3. I have 3 cups of flour, and then to this, I am going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of dried oregano and 1 teaspoon of basil to that. And I'm going to get that all stirred up in there. Now, I like my dumplings to have like a little bit of a yellow tint, but like I told you, when I did the chicken, I'm going to add, same thing I added in my broth, I'm going to add to my dumplings. So I'm going to add a little bit of curry powder, and then there's just a half a teaspoon of curry powder and a half a teaspoon of cumin. But also, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of ground turmeric. So that's curry, cumin. So cumin, curry, and turmeric is what I add to my dumplings. And we're going to get that all stirred up. Get those herbs all stirred up in there. And we're going to add to this 1.5 teaspoons of salt. That's 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Get that stirred up in there. We put the baking powder in there, got it all stirred up. Now we're going to add a half a cup of Crisco to this. Half a cup of Crisco. So get that put in. Just like that. Now, I'm going to glove up because this needs some hand action. Okay, so I'm going to put the glove on. And we're going to get this all mushed up into the flour, the Crisco. When you're ready to roll this dough out, you're going to be able to see everything that you've put in here. And they're make really pretty dumplings. Rather than putting all the dry herbs into the water, split it into, put part in the water and then the other part in your dumplings, because you need this to resemble cornmeal. The same way I showed you when you're doing homemade biscuits, when you put butter in your dough and you just mix it up to get you that cornmeal consistency. I'm going to zoom you in just like that, so you can see that that consistency that I have with the Crisco all mushed up in there. So just make sure it's all mushed up in there together. And then we're going to add 1 cup of cold milk to that. Give me 1 minute because I forgot to get my milk out. So give me 1 minute. Alright guys, so here's my dough. I'm just trying to get it all mixed up in there. What I added to this after I turned the camera off was some poultry seeds. You just add just a little bit in there, and then a little bit in your water. I'm going to add a little bit more because I need my dough to come together in one full piece of dough rather than these multiple pieces of what I need. So let's get this all worked in like that. I think that will do it. Now, what I need to do is I'm going to add some flour to the counter, just like that. So let's make sure your counter is clean before you do this. I'm going to turn some more light on. It's still kind of dark for me. Flour out. Now we're going to dump our dough right on top of the flour. You can see how that dough has a yellow tint to it. That comes from the turmeric and the curry powder that we added to it. That's what that comes from. You're also going to see all of the herbs that we put in here. I'm going to need to get a scoop. work your dough. Don't stick your fingers all down in the dough. Just knead it with the heels of your hands and break your flour into it, because you're going to need this dough to not stick. So if you get you enough flour in there and work it the way you're supposed to, this dough will not stick. So just work with it, just like so. Just going to knead and knead and knead and knead, just like that. Now when you get ready to roll this dough out, you're going to have to add more flour to it. So I'm going to stop adding flour because now I need it to form together into the ball of dough that I need. See how that all came together like that? Get in there. Because if you keep adding flour to it, you're going to make for a really tough dough. Just like that. Look at that. See all those, the oregano and the basil and stuff and the curry powder and the turmeric that I put in there. Now, I'm just going to spread this flour back out. If you feel any more other pieces of flour, dough that's in there, pull it out, because it's too late now to try to get it into your dough. I'm going to get my rolling pin. I'm going to grab a little bit of flour and put it on your rolling pin just like that. And then roll that out. We're going to roll this dough out. Okay? Now, as you need to roll and press down, and then you need to flip it and roll it out this way. You're going to have to roll this dough out really thin so that you can get some dumplings cut out. Now I'm going to abuse this dough and get it neat and rolled out to the length that I need it, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to bring in the big guns to roll out the dough for me.
Big guns, you understand?
That's my baby. You're going to roll these dumplings out for me, get them as big as I can, long as I can get them, so that I can get as many dumplings out of it as I can. Let's see. I think that's pretty thin enough, honey.
Always good to help so I can eat. Y'all better know.
Alright, honey, get the pizza cutter. We're going to cut these dumplings out.
Hold on a minute, son. I got you.
So, we're just going to put it, we're going to roll it down like this and up. Try to watch the spacing, honey. You do it, and I'm going to check on the chicken. Don't make them too thin or too thick.
That's too thick?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I see about 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch.
There's the perfectionist. 1/4, 3/4 of an inch. Not too thin, it getting too thin, honey. Space them out more than that. They're going to dissolve in the pot if you make them too thin. There we go.
Get you. Learn something.
You guys
She's a
are
good teacher. She's a very good teacher.
I try. I do my best. I do my best.
You go across.
Start down here. Yeah. Now while he's look at him, y'all.
Yeah, you gotta do it right.
He cutting it the way he cuts the grass. Look at this pattern that he's doing. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see what he's doing. So he's cutting around the edges in the same little way that he cuts the yard. Isn't that funny?
Baby.
And this dough is actually shaped like our backyard.
It sure will.
He's gonna have to be my my dumpling cutter from now on. From now on.
I already know.
Y'all can see his face. He's so serious about it too. He's so serious. I wish y'all could see this pattern that's on this dough. I hope y'all can see this pattern that he cutting out. This is hilarious.
Hey, this is how you do it.
You'll see the oddness of them when it's time to pick them up and drop them in into the water. So guys, we're going to take this over to the stove and I'm going to show you. I'm going to put you on pause. Okay guys, so we finna drop these dumplings into the water. You need your water to be boiling when you get ready to do this. So as you can see, mine is starting to boil because you need that to be really hot. What I forgot to do, as you can see, my chicken is still in there, so I need to pull this chicken out because this chicken will hold your dumplings down under the broth and it won't be able to float. The chicken is already done, so we just need the just need to pull this chicken out. I'm going to put it in the freezer so it can cool, so I can shred it, because I always pull the meat off the bones on my chicken. And I pull. Tommy finna drop the dumplings into the broth, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see how they go to the bottom and then float right back up to the top.
Ooh, man, this is gonna be slamming.
See how they're coming back up to the top? That's what you want. If they go down to the bottom and don't come back up, then it's not going to work. They're not going to cook up right or anything. They're not going to be soft and light and fluffy dumplings the way you want them to be. I love fluffy dumplings. So we're going to get this batch into the oven. We're going to let them, into the pot. Excuse me.
What's up, man?
We're going to get them in this pot and get them.
Making dumplings nowadays?
might be able to do that. But we're going to get them in the pot to boiling, and then we're going to let them cook, and I'll be back when they're about halfway done so you can see what's going on. And we'll be right back. Hey guys, you know what? I forgot to show you the dumplings up close. I'm sorry about that. Can you see those dumplings? You can see look at the thickness of them. That's how thick they need to be. If you roll them out right, that's how thick they're supposed to be. You don't want them any thinner than that because they'll end up dissolving in the water. But you can see all of the herbs and everything, the oregano and the basil that I put in these dumplings. You can see everything. And when they cook, they're going to cook up so pretty and yellow and fluffy. They're going to be really great. So I forgot to show you guys that the thickness of the dough, so you'll know how thick to roll them, how thin, to roll them out. So I'm going to finish getting these dropped into the pot and cook it, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so it looks like my dumplings are almost done. They're getting pretty floppy, as you can see. They're almost done. So what I'm going to do is get I got my chicken out of the freezer. I'm cooking some cornbread patties over here on the back burner. You've seen me make these before, so that's the reason I didn't do those on camera. You've seen me do the cornbread patties. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put some more patties on this first. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my chicken. I'm going to, you can see all of the seasoning stuff that's still on there, but I'm going to shred this chicken, get it off of the bone, and I'm going to add it back just going to shred this chicken up just like this, because I'm going to add my chicken back to the dumplings. Remember, I had to pull it out before I put the dumplings in there. It would have held my dumplings underwater. You don't want to shred it up into tiny pieces, because the meat in this is going to play the meat role of your dish. You have a meat and you can do a vegetable. Some people add their vegetable to the dumplings. That's not me. If I'm going to have a vegetable with my chicken and dumplings, then it's going to be on the side. If you want to add your peas or carrots to it, you know, for color, you most definitely can do that. But I would rather put mine on the side. It's the same way they did when they started adding peas and carrots to the Chinese food. They never did that. And all of a sudden, well, in St. Louis they don't do it. But when I moved here to Texas, I started seeing like peas and carrots, you know, in the fried rice, you know, and I was like, what are they putting peas and carrots for? That just didn't make any sense to me. But, you know, some people just do it just for the color of it, you know. But if you want to do that, then most definitely feel free to put it all in there. It'll be one dish all together. So I'm going to finish getting the rest of this chicken shredded up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here is the finished product of my chicken and dumplings. Let me give you a close-up view of them. Don't those look good?
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
They turned out really good. I made some cornbread patties here, but you guys see me make cornbread patties. That's why I didn't do that on the video. These are still hot, honey. I just want you to taste them so they can see how you like them. I'm going to zoom out for you guys.
Ooh-wee. See, I cut this.
Yeah, these are those special dumplings that he cut.
Man, it's on and popping.
Alright, well, you guys have heard
Just
it.
right, not salty,
That's right, not to overseas.
not hot, spicy with the pepper, that is.
Yeah. I don't put pepper, much pepper in there.
I gotta finish watching my movie.
Alright guys, so you guys give these dumplings a try. They're really easy, as you can see, and they're good
Oh, yeah.
from my husband, the expert. So please like, share, and subscribe. Again, I'm Mama B, and this is my baby Tommy. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.